I mean, everyone has different priorities. You know, you know, everyone can't be the same. There has to be a circle of things. There has to be balance. You know what I mean?
I like that, man.
There have to be people that that manage time and people that waste time.
That's
If
a good
everybody was managing time,
Should be
there'll be
different.
chaos.
Yeah.
Yeah. We need time wasters, man.
Chafuwa Meza, Chafuwa Meza. Tuko Nairobi tuna Chafuwa Meza. Chafuwa Meza, Chafuwa Meza. Tuko in the city, Chafuwa Meza. Don Kings in the building. Don Kings in the building. Chafuwa Meza, Chafuwa Meza. Tuko Nairobi tuna Chafuwa Meza. Chafuwa Meza, Chafuwa Meza.
What's up, folks? Welcome everybody to another episode of the Chafuwa Meza Show. Today I have a special guest today, and he goes by the name of DJ Sunny, aka
Sistuki.
in the building. What's up, man?
What's good, bro?
Yo, a long time, man.
Yeah, man. It feels like I haven't seen you in 10 years.
Probably more.
Yeah.
Probably more, man. Yo, shit, we go all the way back, man. All the way back, man.
Yep.
Matter of fact, like, I mean, if you live in North Carolina, you already know. There used to be a club named Nuvo. Is that still the name?
Nuvo. It was Nuvo, and then it changed names to Rain.
It's Rain, right?
I don't know if it was Rain then Nuvo or Nuvo then Rain.
Nuvo was the first name,
yeah.
and then Rain.
Yeah.
I don't think it's Rain right now. It's probably something else.
I think it's still Rain.
It's still Rain right
yeah,
now?
Yeah,
Okay. I think I met you in Nuvo.
yeah.
Yeah. Is that where you started?
No, so in North Carolina, I actually started at a place called Abyssinia. I don't know if you...
I used to go to Abyssinia.
Yeah, that was like back in 2005.
But I was underage. I used to sneak in.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
underage, man.
So that was back in 2005. I started DJing at that spot. And then, I don't know if you remember Cafe Cafe.
Yes, I remember Cafe.
Small spot out
Yes.
there behind
Little
Wake
shit.
Forest Road. Yes.
Wait, so during Abyssinia time or Cafe, what kind of music were you playing?
Mostly just like Kenyan music.
Kenyan music?
Yeah, reggae, dancehall.
People are fucking Kenyan music at that time?
Oh, yeah, because at that time, most of our clients or who used to come to the club, they were all Kenyans.
Of course.
Yeah,
all
they were
Kenyans.
mostly. So we would play like, if it's African music that's not Kenyan music, we'd play like Lingala because Afrobeats hadn't really like
Of course,
caught on.
it wasn't
Well,
popping at that time.
It maybe a little later than that, we started playing a little bit of P Square, Yori Yori and Bracket,
Yeah.
and that kind of stuff. It had like kind of started like getting a little bit into it. But other than that, yeah, it was mostly
Wow.
Kenyan music, man.
Wow.
Isa and Nameless and Nonini and all that stuff.
Interesting. Oh my God, because I can't remember what I used to listen. Oh no, at that time I was deep in hip hop. Like I was, I was big in hip hop.
Yeah, we used to play some hip hop too.
Yes,
Yeah.
hip hop. So I met you at Nuvo, Club Nuvo. Matter of fact, I used to know, like, it's either you're gonna say the name Nuvo, like that's the name of the club, or you're gonna say, yo, we're gonna see Sunny tonight.
Yeah.
Like, so you already know what spot we're going to. If you live in Raleigh, North Carolina, you already know what time it was. We're going to see Sistuki in the building, man. Matter of fact, okay, we used to call you Sistuki more than Sunny. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yep. I think that still happens a lot.
Yeah. I feel like probably those are the ones who know you.
Yeah.
Like your day ones probably, or the ones who go back with you.
Yep.
The rest, they just know Sunny, man. But yeah, man, welcome to the show, man.
Thank you. Appreciate you having me, man.
Oh, yo, I am happy just to see you over here, man.
Absolutely.
I had so many Kenyans before they promised me they'll pull up. Then when time comes up, it's all crickets, my guy.
I know how that is, man. People gotta say what they're gonna do and do what they're gonna say.
True. But anyway, it's all good, man. But just as we do it over here at Chafuwa Meza Show, before we start anything, it's first shot, man.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's why it's called Chafuwa Meza.
It's Chafuwa Meza for a reason, man.
So we start with a shot.
It start with a shot, man.
All right,
Just
here
to
we
get
go.
you right, man. Yes, sir. Wow. Ooh. God.
Man, making me drink on a weekday.
Yeah, welcome to Chafuwa Meza Show. We do it any day.
I hear you.
Any day don't matter, man. Ooh, I like that. This is good stuff. Man, now we can get it started, man. So what's up, man? Because lately you've been busy, man.
Yeah, staying busy.
Yeah. like I told you before the show started, man. I like your hustle right now, man. Like every time I watch your Snap, IG, whatever I'm watching, man, you making major moves,
Appreciate it.
which actually inspires me, man. You know what I mean? Because like I told you, man, we go all the way back, man.
Right.
I can't at this age. I can't just be going to the club and hanging out. Like
It's getting past that time.
it's
Huh?
actually it's past that
It's
time.
been past.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like if I'm out there like that, I should be owning the spot. At
I
least it
see.
should be mine.
Yeah.
You know
Oh,
what
you
I
got
mean?
some business going on over there.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? At least I'm celebrating something I've just achieved.
Right.
You know what I mean? I can't just be out there just killing time for no reason. You
Yep.
know what I mean? And when I look at you, I'm like, yeah, he's doing exactly what I'm doing. Not what I'm trying to do, but I'm doing also.
Right.
You know what I mean? You're not wasting your time at all. For that, I really respect that. That's just major, man.
Yeah. Well, when you're in your 20s, bro, time is not on your mind. You're just rolling.
True.
But as you get older, you realize, man,
Yeah.
time is creeping up.
Yeah.
And then, man, we're losing so many young people nowadays. You don't know when your last day is gonna be. So
Very true.
you just gotta make every day count.
Very true.
You know?
I agree to that, man. And it's unfortunate sometimes, even with me saying what I just said, sometimes when I watch some of your events, man, I still think some people that I grew up with still wasn't that time, man. They still lost. Like,
Oh yeah, I mean everyone has different priorities. You know, everyone can't be the same. There has to be a circle of things. There has to be balance. You know what I mean?
I like that, man.
There have to be people that manage time and people that waste time. If everybody was managing time,
Should've been
there'll be
different.
chaos. Yeah. We need time wasters, man. We need time wasters out there.
Yeah, that's a good one, man. I like that.
Yeah.
That's cool, man. That's
so
dope,
whenever
man.
you see someone wasting time, just know they're maintaining balance.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up. Endelea hivyo.
Shikilia tu hapo hapo.
Yep. That's what it is.
Nigga, you wilding out, man.
Yep, that's
But
what it is.
you're right, man. That's how life works, man. We have to balance this shit, man.
Yep.
Some people have to lose, some have to win.
Yep.
So that's how that shit goes.
Yep.
I respect that. man.
And everyone loses and wins.
True.
When someone is winning, someone else is
It's
losing.
losing. Yep.
When they're winning,
Someone else is losing.
someone else
again.
is losing.
I
Again,
agree.
it's just
I agree.
maintaining balance.
I agree to that, man. I'm so glad, man. Yeah, that's some honest truth to that. To me right now, I feel. I stand to be corrected, but I feel like you're probably the hottest DJ in NC right now. I don't want to speak for other states because I don't know who's out there in different states, man. But in NC, I
Well,
think
it depends on what category, right? Because there's hip hop DJs that are hot, but I think in the open format, in the Afrobeat space, in the East African music space, I think we've made some moves in North Carolina and probably other places as well. I would agree to say we have made
man,
some moves.
I think you're being humble. I think if you come to NC and you wanna mention the biggest DJs over here, your name has to be the top two at least. Top two.
I hope so, and I appreciate if people think that way about
You
me.
gotta be.
Yeah.
I don't see anybody else who's competing with you. And if that's the case, then we could be seeing them the way we see you.
Right.
So I don't see them. So that means they're not right there. I mean, so yeah, your name must be up there. And that being said, this is my question again. I want you to promote artists over here. I know we touched bases a little bit about that.
Yep.
Bringing artists and performing over here. I want you to bring artists
To North Carolina.
North Carolina to
Yeah.
perform. And again, my guy, Meza, what's up, man? Another artist in NC.
Yep. We'll work on getting some more artists out here. Before I started doing more touring, I did bring quite a good number of artists. My 2016, 2017 era were my 2 years of I didn't even DJ much back then. I kind of took a break from DJing and I just brought artists. That's all I did.
Okay.
I brought Sauti Soul to NC back in 2016. I've done Nameless. I've brought Waire on the Caribbean front. We did Elaine. I partnered with the club and brought DeMarco, Chris Martin. So Otile Brown. We've done a few artists here and there in NC, which typically you probably wouldn't have had those artists in North Carolina if we didn't make those moves. Even Nonini, we've had Nonini out here more than once, I think. So in that front, I think we've tried to bring artists out here, and every show has been successful. But then tour life took over, and started focusing on going on tour and being busy every weekend. That when you bring an artist, when you put together a show like that, a lot of times you have to put in a lot of effort, and you have to be very involved.
Okay.
Unaelewa?
Yeah.
So if you're traveling every weekend, it's hard to, because there's work that has to be done on the ground.
Obviously.
Like marketing, promoting, blah, 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 all that stuff.
Yes.
Going to other events locally and promoting it. So I'm still a big believer in that old school way of promotion, not just social media. Back in the day,
going on the ground.
going on the ground, telling
Okay.
people about it, giving flyers,
Okay.
putting posters up, that kind of thing, right?
Okay.
And I think for bringing an artist, there's a lot of work involved. Back then, I was mostly local,
Okay.
so everything I did was in Raleigh,
Yeah.
and so it was easy for me to do that because I was always around to be able to push it. Even if I was doing other events locally, I used those events to push my artist shows.
Yeah.
But now that I'm on tour, it makes it more difficult for me to do
Obviously.
that. Yeah, so
Yeah.
there'll be more artists coming to Raleigh. Every time I hear of an artist that's around, I try and tap in, see if it's a project worth getting into. Anytime an artist is in the country, especially from Kenya, whoever's bringing them always hits me up.
Okay. I told you. 'Cause
yeah.
the top, what I say?
Yeah, so everyone
The top
always
name.
hits me up and says,
Yeah.
"Yo, I got so and so. Do you want in?"
I believe.
And then if I say, "Let's do it," then we do it. If I say I'm passing, then I give them recommendations of other people they can work with, and still try and bring the artist out here.
Okay.
Just because I can't do it doesn't mean someone else shouldn't do it.
True.
Yeah.
True. I like that. Quick question. So, what are the steps when it comes to promotion? When you bring an artist, let's say you bring an artist from Kenya to America, or at least to North Carolina, do you call them, or you wait for them to reach out to you, and then you make the moves? Or
So
what's the
right now
process?
for North Carolina, because if you're just going to do a show in North Carolina, you're going to wait till that artist is coming to the US for a tour anyways.
Yeah.
And then if that artist is coming to the US to do a tour, then you're going to try and add, I'm going to try and add Raleigh to
the list.
to the list of cities that artist is going to visit.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try and secure a date, secure a venue, and get the process rolling.
Okay.
Now, the other part is trying to get the artist directly from Kenya. If you're going to get the artist directly from Kenya, then you're going to be responsible for processing their visa.
Oh shit.
You're going to be responsible for their entire stay while they're in the US. And then for it to be worth it, you're probably going to try and sell the show to other cities. So now to do that, you really need to dedicate a few months just to that project.
Oh shit.
And so when you have a lot of other projects going on,
It's gonna be a problem.
yeah, but there are people who specialize in just doing that.
Yeah.
So I'd rather let them specialize on that.
And then you just jump in.
And then I can try and jump in and book my shows.
Okay.
However, and that's what I've done in the past. Now, artists from Jamaica, it's not been that way. Jamaica is closer.
Of course. Yeah.
They can just hop on a flight to Miami and then here usually, or some. I don't think there's a direct flight, but
No.
but most of the guys I've got from Jamaica, they've got a flight to Miami, like a connecting flight, and then here. And those flights tend not to be very expensive. The travel is not very long. Within 6 hours or so,
course.
someone is here.
Yeah.
A lot of them have ties in the US already, so you don't have to worry about visas and stuff like that. Some of them are US citizens. Some of them already have like a way of getting here or visas and stuff like that. So the Jamaican artists, I get them directly from Jamaica just to do one show in North Carolina when we've done it, and then they go back.
And then they go back.
As opposed to doing it. But then when someone's coming all the way from Africa,
It's an issue.
now you got to plan a little bit further.
So, okay, let's talk about the one coming from Africa for a second. If you're coming from Africa, right, especially maybe Kenya, so you're gonna spend money for this artist to get a visa, right? That comes from
Number one, yeah.
from your pocket, right? All right. Number two, of course, you're gonna pay for the ticket, right? So does the ticket count him and his
crew.
entourage?
Yeah. So it depends if the artist is coming with their manager and who else they're coming with, their whole entourage. If it's an artist that's gonna perform with a band, then are they gonna come with like the all the band members,
yeah.
you know, and then
Yeah.
all those people need visas.
Oh, shit. Whoa. Gosh.
Yeah.
And then, of course, now the accommodations.
Yeah.
You have to pick them up, where they sleep.
You have to
they
get them
eat.
transportation.
Yeah.
You have to make sure they're fed. You have to get them a place to stay. And then what's going on is if the shows are Friday, Saturday, Sunday, for example, in different cities, you're still in charge of making sure they're okay Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, until you go to the next show on Friday. And it all depends on how you've negotiated your terms. But most of the time, if you're bringing them to the US for tour, then you've made some arrangements as to how that's going to go down.
Okay.
So it's not a cheap proposition. usually.
Definitely not.
Yeah.
That sounds like a lot, man.
Yeah, it's
So
a big
if-
project.
If you're covering all this stuff, so when it comes to how much or what percentage you're gonna pay this guy, how do you conclude that? Because you're spending so much money.
So you just have to make sure that ticket sales, marketing, promotion, everything is up there, that when you put everything in the pot of how much money you've collected and how much money you've spent, you just hope that you're going to come out ahead.
But that he has to give you a prize though before he comes over, right?
Right. So you're saying the artist, yeah.
Yeah.
So once the artist, the way I would do something is, now I haven't done a show where I've brought an artist and handled their whole tour.
Okay.
It's something I've thought of doing and something I feel like I am capable of doing. However, I've just not done that.
Yeah.
But let's say an artist is coming to the US already and I'm just planning on getting them in Raleigh.
Yeah.
In that case, what I'll normally do is see how much they're charging, see how much their flight is from wherever they're coming from,
Yeah.
how much their flight is for where they need to go to,
Yeah.
and how much their accommodation is.
Yeah.
And look at the whole total expense.
Exactly.
The total comes to X. Then I have my other expenses, the venue.
Yeah.
Am I renting any sound equipment that's specific to them? If it's a live band, then I have to rent all the backline, the drums and the
Yes.
keyboard and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Now, once I total up my expense, I have to figure out I need to sell X amount of tickets
Get your money back.
at X amount of dollars. So am I selling this many VIP tickets, this many general? So once I know, okay, I need to sell 300 tickets general admission and another 100 tickets VIP, I need to sell this many to break even. And I know that number. So I have to do everything I can to exceed that number.
So everything excluding the drinks. The drinks is now part of the.
Yeah, it depends on what you've negotiated with the venue. Sometimes you might be able to negotiate a percentage of that. But that's why when you do an event and then people think because they know you, they should come in for free,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
or they're like, man,
Of
I'm not paying the $30 or the $40 or can I get in for 10? There's 10 of us, or there's, we're a big group.
Yeah.
Like, I get that stuff, but it's difficult to do business that way.
Yeah.
So
definitely.
usually, I think people just need to support, like honestly, an extra 10 or $20 to support, because that is what makes it difficult to continue doing business in that area.
I agree.
You understand?
I agree.
So when you have people that respect your hustle and they know, hey, this guy is bringing quality to us.
Yes.
So if we want this quality to keep coming to us,
Yeah.
we need to keep supporting.
Exactly. Yeah.
And it's not like, but I think once people see that, oh, this guy, everything he does is top notch, it's good quality,
Yeah.
then they'll automatically fall in line and just pay for it.
True.
Yeah.
True.
But now if you charge a reasonable price, but you don't deliver the quality, then people will want to say, give me a better deal.
Exactly.
I want to come in for free.
Yeah.
This,
Yeah.
that. But then if they know what they're gonna get is good,
It's good. Yeah.
so
You have no
so,
pressure.
so then even they might even ask. But when you say, hey, my guy, I'm sorry, I can't. Just lipa full price.
Yeah.
They'll say, you know what, sawa.
Yeah. You're right.
People will try,
Yeah,
but you just
they
gotta
will.
be upfront. Yo, I can't.
Yeah.
Just pay.
You know what? I actually agree to that. I agree to that. Even I mean, before I never understood the business. So the people you're talking about, like you want to get in for free or probably get it for a cheaper price. I used to be among those people because I
Right.
felt like, yo, if everybody else is paying 40, I'm not gonna get this shit for 20.
Yeah.
I know him. That's
Yeah.
my guy.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
can at least get half or maybe get in for free.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? But right now, since I understand the whole hassle, all the things you do behind the scenes, oh my God, I just want to see you inside.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't want to call you during that time, anything like that. I'm just coming straight for the show. However, I have to pay for it at the door.
Yeah.
I'm paying.
Enjoy
that
the
shit.
experience.
Exactly. I just
Yeah.
want to enjoy. I don't want to give you more stress. Like, oh, you got me? No,
Yep.
no. I know it's too much headache, man.
There's a lot going on, a lot of
It's-
moving parts.
It's so much, man. It's
Yep.
so much. It's not even fair to you, man. Yeah. With that being said, man, like I told you, I love the parties you do every every first of the weekend.
Yeah. First weekend of every month,
Of every
on
month, yeah.
Sunday, we're doing a thing called Beats and Brunch. We started it during COVID. And the reason why Beats and Brunch was born was because clubs were closed during COVID and there was a curfew. In the heat of COVID, places could not open, bars, clubs,
Yeah.
nothing could open past, I think it was 9 p.m.
Yeah. Yeah.
So everything had to, so at 9 p.m., everything had to close down. Everyone goes home. No nightlife.
Yeah.
So because there was no nightlife, we're like, why don't we do a day party?
Sure.
And people like going to brunch on Sundays.
Yeah.
So why don't we do a party that has food that's brunch, but it's a party. There's a DJ. It's like going to the club in the middle of the day.
Yeah.
And we called it Beats and Brunch. And we came up with the idea during brunch. Was my family and I, we were at a Sunday brunch, and we were all just eating at a regular restaurant, and we came up with the idea while sitting over there.
Yeah.
So then we implemented it.
Yeah.
Now COVID's done, nightlife is back open, clubs are open, but Beats and Brunch still continues because we've built a good brand, a good name, and people know what to expect when they come over there. I end up getting a rotation of different DJs to come and spin alongside myself,
I like that.
and it's a good vibe.
I like that.
It's a international vibe. So we get some of our Latino brothers and sisters coming out there. We play some reggaeton. We play a lot of their music.
Oh, reggaeton.
We play
Nice.
Afro beats. We have our Caribbean community supporting us, so we play a lot of dancehall, reggae, and soca music. Once in a while, we'll tap into our Indian community. We'll go Bollywood, like a little bit of Bollywood in there. So it's just a matter of bringing people together through music.
So in one single night, you playing all that type of music?
Yeah.
Or it's like every Sunday. I
No,
mean, every single time
no.
is different
We'll
So-
play everything.
in one night.
Yeah, in one
Damn.
day, because we close at 7
actually-
p.m. Yeah,
Damn.
yep.
Hey, that's a lot.
It's a Sunday, so we close at 7, so people can have a chance to go recuperate, get ready for their work week.
Yeah.
Even though some people will still go look for an after party,
Of
that's
course,
okay.
Yeah, you already know.
But
That's for sure.
yeah, but that's what Beats and Brunch is all about.
Then you must be having the only spot that people are dancing literally. Because right now people like to sit and just
Yeah.
conversate. They're not really dancing no more. It sounds like your shit, it must be really.
Oh, it gets popping.
Yeah.
It starts out with everyone coming, sitting, ordering food. They order a few drinks, and then after they've eaten, you'll see people take shots.
Yeah.
And then people turn up. Once they've eaten, they're feeling good, they've had a few drinks,
Yeah.
it's time to turn up. So the second half of the first half, people are eating, they're bobbing their head, they're enjoying the vibe,
Yeah.
they're talking, they're enjoying themselves. And the second half, everyone's turned up.
Nice.
Yeah.
Ooh. That sounds like a place we definitely should go, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I should definitely put a clip of that show.
Now, on the first, is it the first Friday or the last Friday? Last Friday. The last Friday of every month, we're starting a similar concept at night. 9 p.m. to 2 a.m. at the Architect Social Bar on Hargett Street in downtown Raleigh. So we're gonna do a Beats and Brunch vibe, but on a Friday night
On a Friday night.
in downtown Raleigh. Because what you'll find is Afro beats, any music that is not your mainstream top 40 hip hop, not even hip hop. I'd just say your mainstream top 40 dance music.
Yeah.
Downtown Raleigh doesn't have spots for that.
of
The
course.
entertainment part, Glenwood South, Fayetteville Street, like Hargett Street, all the entertainment spots, they don't cater to. They keep it very mainstream. They
Okay.
don't cater to minorities.
Okay.
Um, Other than Kuya, the space where we do beats and brunch,
Okay.
because that's a Latin-owned spot. It's normally a Latin, like Friday, Saturdays over there.
Okay.
Now, Beats and Brunch was the first like Afro beats, Caribbean, downtown Raleigh thing happening in the heart of Raleigh's entertainment district.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, you'd have to go out of downtown to find a club that plays Afro beats or
That's true.
any minority music,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Even like Latin clubs, they were all like
Yeah.
out there,
Outside. Yeah. The outskirts. Yep.
Atlantic Avenue and
Yep.
Capitol Boulevard and way out there.
Yes, sir.
Now, Beats and Brunch brought that first vibe to downtown Raleigh. People paid attention. 3 years after that, someone from another establishment happened to be at Beats and Brunch. Or like, wait a minute, this is a different kind of vibe.
Yeah.
Now we're taking it to that establishment on Fridays.
Oh.
We also started an Afrobeat night at Unscripted in Durham. And we did our first one last month. And we hit numbers there that have never been seen in people coming out and stuff like that. So we want the minority music, which I wouldn't say Afrobeat is minority anymore.
Right
It's
now,
really
yeah, we're on top right
it's
now.
it's taking over. And
outside.
I think the fact that music is getting more accepted in many places. It's getting radio plays. It's getting more mainstream.
Yeah.
It's allowed us to tap into this mainstream downtown party market that we have over here. So my goal is we started with a Sunday day party. We're now moving to a Friday night once a month. And my goal is to have a regular Saturday night, like Afrobeat thing happening in downtown Raleigh.
Downtown Raleigh.
Yeah. Whether I'm the one doing it or someone else is doing it or how it's going to. But I know when it does happen, we took the steps. We were the ones who paved the way
Okay.
for something like that to actually
Yeah,
happen.
the OGs, huh?
Yeah, there always have to be OGs everywhere, you know?
I had OGs.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah. But what made you to go to Durham? Because Durham, technically, it's always has a bad name.
So it's getting gentrified a lot. Like the Durham Tobacco District, there's some decent, nice bars and clubs and stuff. And I have a friend that manages the DJ rotation at one of the places.
Yeah.
And so at first, he just booked me to play their regular hip hop R&B crowd, and I did that for a while. And when I would go there, because I would post that I'm going to be playing there, I'd get my regular crowd as well as their crowd.
That crowd, of course.
But they'd show up, and I'd be playing hip hop and R&B, which is fine. They'd still vibe with it.
Yeah.
So we came up with the idea: why don't we try an Afrobeats night?
Yeah.
And they were open to it. And when we did it, it was like, whoa. Once we advertised it as an Afrobeats night, it's like the numbers were way higher than regular mainstream nights.
Oh.
And so now they're paying attention. They're like, okay, this has something,
Yes.
you know? And these are just people that want to come out, have a good time. There's no, there's no drama. There's no violence. There's none of that
So
stuff.
it sounds like it's more grown and sexy right now.
It is.
Okay.
It is.
It's the type of crowd.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right. If that's the thing, then I might stop by because I had canceled Durham in my own terminologies, man. You'll never
Yeah,
hear
so
me mention
I
that
really
name.
didn't party much, but Durham is downtown Durham is getting there's a good amount of vibes. There's an Instagram page that just opened that's dedicated to just pushing the nightlife in Durham. I think it's called Drink Dance Durham or Dance Drink Durham. I gotta look it up. But there's a Amapiano Thursday night that happens at a specific bar that one of my buddies plays at. There's R&B nights. Now we're starting to do Afrobeat nights. So it gets popping.
Okay, that's something new, man.
Yeah.
But I don't know about going out on a Thursday. That's a weekday.
Yeah.
It's just
Yep.
that's just crazy,
Yeah.
man.
So I think there for the Thursday nights tend to be more of the local people over there that live in Durham. For for me, it's a hike. Like it's a 40-minute, 45-minute drive to Durham. So it'll have to be a weekend.
Of
But
course, gotta be. I'm on the same page with you. Yeah, it's quite a drive for me too.
yeah,
But if I'm going out, of course, I'm not even driving. I usually Uber.
yeah,
I'm not driving
exactly.
at all. Okay, that's dope, man. I guess Durham is slowly coming back to the map,
Oh
man.
yeah,
Yeah.
Durham is starting to pop up.
Yeah, because sometimes I'll be having guests or visitors or I don't know what to call it. People from out of town coming over. They always ask me, "What spot can we go to?" I'll be like,
Hmm.
shoot, I don't know, man. Like I feel like, of course, Durham I can't mention. I'll be like, oh, I don't know.
Stay away from Durham.
Exactly.
Yeah,
We gotta stay away from that place.
yeah,
And then when I look at Raleigh, just like you mentioned, I'm like, they don't have anything hip hop, so or Afro beats.
yeah,
So I feel like you might not want to. You probably don't want to go there. You know
yeah.
what I mean, so most of the time we just left out not knowing what to do. So we come up with shit like maybe go to a strip club or something like that. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? I'm like, I don't even know what I'm doing at a strip club because I'm not that type of guy.
Right.
Just been running my money on hoes like that. Um, but that's what's up, man. It sounds like you're really putting our city back on the map, man. Like now we got options. We can either do Durham, we can do Raleigh. You know what I mean? We got something going on. I hear also that they got some spots popping in Cary. I don't know if you ever seen anything in Cary.
I haven't seen anything really happen in Cary. I think people are very wary of the heavy law enforcement presence
Of
in
course,
Cary. Yeah,
which is I think to me balances.
yeah,
If I go over there, I feel like I'm safe.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
exactly.
I don't have to worry about nothing. But I've had some fununus like out there in Cary. They got some shit coming up. Like
Well, I
it's
know
rough.
there's a park that Cary has built recently. The town of Cary has put a lot of money into a park, and it's a family-friendly park. But they have like DJs out there. They have events out there. One of my good friends is in charge of all their like sound and AV production over there,
Okay.
and it they have some pretty neat like stuff going on over there. There's a really nice park that I've heard is dope. I'm yet to check it out, but I hear they have like silent parties over there, like the silent discos with the headphones. They'll have like live bands, so they'll have all kinds of different things happening over there.
Have you ever tried that silent shit?
I've tried it once.
Don't you look stupid?
Well, if you take the headphones off and you look around, yeah,
You look stupid. Man. Like,
but it's an interesting concept, you know.
it is.
It's
It is. But I
innovative.
always think it's stupid, man. Like, what the fuck are you dancing to, my guy, man? Like, you just moving around on your own.
Yep.
I don't know, man. Now, speaking of music, man, this is always my biggest challenge. I've always when I ask DJs, man, is how comes our Kenyan music doesn't perform well outside of Kenya?
You know, that's a very, very like that's a topic that has been discussed and discussed and discussed. And honestly, I feel like there's a few layers to that topic.
Okay.
I can't say it's just one thing that makes the music not go out of Kenya.
Okay.
Because in Kenya, like especially now, this urban tone that's come out,
Yeah.
it's like these young kids rapping to this dancehall, old school dancehall beats, right?
Yeah.
Man, it is like taken over by storm. Everyone's dancing to it. Everyone's like related, as Gen Z, especially this younger
Yeah.
generation, man, they're soaking it up.
Yeah.
And even the words, like the sheng they use in that stuff, man, it's stuff that
You don't even understand.
I don't even understand it,
True.
man. I'm no longer that
Yeah,
dope,
of
you know.
course.
But it's really working in Kenya, right?
Yeah.
But even here, if you're gonna do a Kenyan party that has younger folks,
You play that.
it's gonna work.
Yeah.
But you get older folks in a Kenyan party, they don't want to deal with that stuff. So there's a couple of things. One is these guys are just expressive themselves creatively,
Okay.
but there's really no support system behind it.
True.
You see?
Yeah.
So a lot of these guys are just doing it, and it's the right reason to do it because they have a passion for it.
True.
They have a talent,
Yeah. True.
and they're coming out with some good stuff.
True.
However, there's no system in place, number one, to compensate them
True.
properly.
Yeah.
There's really no I wouldn't say that there's an industry in place to make it work for them. The industry is there in terms of content, but in terms of how the business of it needs to be handled, it's not there.
Okay.
You know, um, the government entities that have been formed that are supposed to be supporting these talents, they are more corrupt than any other government agency. You know, like they're just as corrupt as any other government agency. So what you find is happening is, number one, there's no support. Number two, what will happen is a talented person, and I've heard this story from so many people. I'll get someone who tell me, hey, Maze, sisi yangu ndo ametoa hii ngoma. Alitoa hii ngoma like 15 years ago. But listen to this. This is my bro. He did this thing 20 years ago. I would check. Hey, you listen to it. You're like, man, it's dope. What happened to him? Why didn't he continue?
Yeah.
You hear the story from Kenyans all the time.
Yeah.
Man, you know, he had to pay bills, man. So now he had to go look for a regular job.
Yeah.
Because this shit doesn't pay the bills.
Yeah.
And to some extent, that applies here as well. But they have bigger limitations in Kenya, I feel like, than even we do here. Then, on top of that, there is, I think, to me, really, that's the biggest issue. Now, obviously, everyone is going to go with what's popping, what's popular, right?
Yeah.
So when you go outside of Kenya, Kenyan music is not popular.
It's true.
So because it's not popular, it doesn't get pushed.
Got you.
People are going to push what's popular.
Yeah.
Because right now, Afrobeats is popular.
Exactly.
So you'll find the Burna Boy, the Davido, the Ira Star. That's the stuff that everyone is pushing. You know, Shali Poppy. All people are pushing all that stuff.
Yeah.
But they are trickling in a little bit of this and testing. The market likes it. They keep going with it. Oh, this is not the right market for it. Let's stick to what we know will work, the Afrobeats. As DJs, it is part of our responsibility to introduce people to this new music.
True.
And I think more power to the DJs who are going to do like read the crowd, play what people want, introduce new music, see how they accept it, also how you introduce it, and then keep doing that. You'll find that, oh, this crowd likes, because even Kenyan music as a whole, there are many different aspects to it.
Yes.
You don't have to just say, let me introduce urban tone. If it's an older crowd, there is Kenyan music that will appeal
To them.
the older crowd.
Yeah.
If it's a younger crowd, there's Kenyan music that will appeal to them. But I feel like at least giving them a taste here and there. But also I think our time is coming. Music goes in waves,
True.
you know?
Yeah.
There was a time when if you heard of African music, in the broad spectrum of Africa as a whole, and you said African music, most of it was Congolese,
Yes, I remember.
right?
Yeah.
People were listening to a lot of Congolese music.
Yes.
If you're either gonna listen to like that generation either listen to soul, R&B, but if it was coming out of Africa, it was Congolese,
Yes.
right? Or the rumba people and stuff
Yes.
like that.
Yeah.
And maybe even then they must have had the argument that, hey,
Oh, it's not popping.
yeah, you know?
Yeah, probably.
So then from there, we transitioned.
Yeah.
Afrobeats caught on. From there, we've transitioned again, and Amapiano has really caught on from
Yes.
South Africa.
Yeah. My
Right?
piano's on fire. Yeah.
To the point where Afrobeats is mimicking
My piano.
Amapiano.
Yeah.
Afrobeat, the hottest Afrobeat songs have Amapiano beats.
Yes.
So as we experiment with our voice,
Our
our
sound.
signature, our sound,
Yes.
we will eventually get to a point where it is going to be accepted and we'll have our moment. Now, is that moment in the next 5 years, 10 years,
Who knows?
30
Maybe.
years? I don't know.
Yeah. Who knows?
But
Maybe.
hopefully it'll get there.
It'll get
Something
there.
will pop.
Yeah. So I got two questions, matter of fact. Now, one, already you touched my next question because I was gonna say if DJs could always throw in the Kenyan music as much as they're still playing their popular music, people will be introduced to new songs and then they'll be like, yo, what is that song that keep coming on and off. Like, what is that?
Mm-hmm.
Because some people like new shit, and I've noticed also some of these African American people when they go to Kenya, they always want to listen to our local music. They don't want to hear hip hop. Like, yo, you already know about that. We left that in America. Like, what do y'all listen to right here, local? You know what I mean? And I was like, so there's a crowd that don't want to learn our music. We just don't play our music because we're just following what other people are doing. Play our own shit, and we're gonna put people on. So most DJs, even you look at their playlist, they don't even have that many Kenyan songs on their list. So how do you expect people to be exposed to our music? You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it goes right back to DJs having to. A lot of DJs play it safe, and they want to
Yeah.
play what they read the room. They say these people seem like people who want R&B. Let me play for them R&B. These people seem like people who want this. Let me play this for them. However, when it comes to Kenyan music, yes, the DJs I feel like can do more, but also at the same time, we live in a society right now. We live in an age of focusing on what's trending. So if we're going to make our music work, I think we need to figure out how to make it trend, right? Because you find like there are trends happening now of music that came out 10 years ago, but it's suddenly trending now
Yeah.
because someone came out with a TikTok challenge
Yeah.
or something of that nature.
Yeah.
So coming up with those and then making the young generation, the internet has made the world a smaller place.
Completely.
Use this music in their stories, in
Yeah.
their reels, in their do dance challenges, which is happening a lot out of Kenya now.
Yeah.
And I feel like sharing that and people, when they post a story on social media or when they do something, when they use a theme song for something, if people used more Kenyan music, then it would gain a lot of recognition that way as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Now, for music to grow, do you think we need to change? Do we need to make it in English? Because normally our music comes in Swahili.
I've heard that so much.
Yeah.
That they need to sing in English.
Yeah.
No, but when we used to listen to Lingala, do you understand what they're saying?
I've had this argument so many times because
I'm a piano.
Yeah,
Half of the time you don't understand what they're saying.
Within my crew, they kept telling me, listen, as much as you like your boy Major, he can only get as big as Kenya. That's it. That's how far he can go. I'm like, no, he can actually go. He can actually be bigger beyond Kenya. And he's like, all right, if he wants to get bigger beyond Kenya, he has to start making music in English. I was like, not really. I don't think so.
Then it loses some of its authenticity.
Yes. I'm like, no. And that was my best example too. I was like,
Yeah.
yo, we used to listen to Lingala. We never understood that.
Yeah.
But we used to bang that joint. Like, you know what I mean? Some people, even in Africa, they still listen to American music, rap. They don't even understand what they're saying. But they still bang them joints. So I'm like, what do you mean change the music? I mean, change the language. No.
And incorporating English maybe a little bit, just a little bit.
Okay.
Like you'll find Afrobeats. Some of the words
They
are
do.
familiar.
Yes.
You know?
Yes, the broken
You know,
English.
yeah. Like even like Banner Boy, for this life I
Yeah.
pray, I want to be celebrated. Don't want to waste my days. Like that's
True.
in English.
Yeah.
And that's the chant. Like
Yeah.
you play that song, you turn the music off, everybody is singing that
That
song.
part, yep.
You know?
Yeah.
They know that part. So, but then if you incorporate a little bit of English, that's fine. But I don't think it's that necessary because now there's this Shwalabam challenge,
Yeah.
the Mapiano one.
Yes.
Everybody's doing it.
Yep.
Who understands what's on that song?
Thank you. That was my next point. Yeah.
Nobody.
Nobody.
Nobody knows
Yeah.
what's being said.
Yeah.
So, maybe if you look it up, you'll find out what it's saying.
Yeah.
But in general, when you're doing the challenge, you're doing the dance, nobody knows what it is.
True.
So it's really about how to get things trending, how to keep things authentic, and make things catchy. And
Yeah.
really, that's what it's all about.
You know, this is what I said. I was like, check this out. If someone like, let's say like a Drake, if he goes to Kenya and take any artist, even that song that's popping right now, the what's that name? Jiga?
Jibag Najag.
Jiba Najag.
Yeah. Jibat Najag. Yeah.
If you was to go do a remix to that song,
Yeah.
that song will be number one everywhere right now.
Yeah.
With that, when people don't understanding what they're saying.
Yeah.
Now what? Nobody will be complaining. Oh my God, what is they saying? We're not gonna listen to this song.
Because it's got a relevant figure backing it up.
That's the point. That's what I'm saying. But they will not complain of the language.
Yep.
Nobody will say, you know what? Nah, we're not gonna listen to it because they're not speaking in English. They will still bang it. And you know what? That's gonna be the new anthem. They'll be like, I don't know what they're saying, but yo, this shit go hard.
Yeah. So I think it needs to be the other way around, as opposed to like someone like Drake going to Kenya to do that remix. Kenyans need to seek out
Yeah, to get to Drake.
to people out
Outside.
here
Yeah.
and try and say, yo, can we do a remix to something? Like someone who's really good at that and has really succeeded because of that is like Tanzania's Diamond Platinum.
Of course. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
he's had collabos with Rick Ross, he's had collabos with Omarion, he's had collabos with
Yes.
so many different artists, and that is why he's so well recognized,
Yes.
because he didn't just stick to bongo.
Yes.
Yes, he stuck to bongo. All his music is bongo to some extent. It's bongo-ish, right?
Yeah.
But he didn't limit himself to saying, oh, I want to remain in this bubble.
Yeah. Yeah. Expand that shit.
He kept expanding.
Yeah.
He did collabos with so many different people.
Yes.
And now people are like, Rick Ross, Diamond. You know, Omarion,
Yeah.
Diamond. That kind of thing.
Yeah.
So, you know, someone like Calligraph can do a collabo with another rapper.
Yeah.
You know, and because they're in the rap game.
Yes.
And so I think in that aspect, Sauti Sol did a good job too. They collaborated with a lot of different
Oh, they
artists.
did.
Yeah.
Yes, they did.
You know, they did a collabo with Pato Ranking. So they focused on like other African artists.
Yeah.
And they did a whole thing with artists from all over the rest of Africa.
And I think not too long ago, probably like maybe 2 weeks back, Calligraphic Jones was doing a song with Rick Ross.
He might be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I seen the post.
Yeah.
they have,
So
they have
I
a song.
think one, collaborating with other artists will open them up to other industries, to other markets.
Yes.
Once, because then that market can use an artist they're familiar with to know about this other artist.
True.
Yeah.
I agree.
Just like that's how Thames got really well known in the American market when she did her collabo on, I'm trying to remember the song. Was it Essence?
Essence.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the song exactly. Yeah. Shout out to Thames, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's out here making that money, man. So that's dope, man. So my Kenyan people, it sounds like we have hope. I mean, there was a time we felt like we're not making any improvement, we're not growing. It's just like we're making music for our own local people. But if you come over here, to still have a big, huge Kenyan crowd. Like people want to listen to the local music that they make. So with that being said, also you Kenyan artists come this way. There's a bigger market to make money. You know what I mean? Like you don't have to sit in Kenya and just travel around Kenya alone, or probably just the East African region alone. Bust your ass, come this way, man. We got you guys, man. So now, man, let's go on a lighter note, man, because we be over here. How's family, man?
Family is good, man.
Yeah, talk to us about fatherhood. I know you know.
Yeah. So I have a 2.5-year-old.
Yeah,
She's keeping me very busy.
yeah,
Yep. Being a full-time DJ is definitely kind of a plus because I don't have to clock in and clock out during the week anywhere.
yeah.
So I get to spend a lot of time. Ever since she was born, I've been able to be with her a lot. And so
People always say, when you have your firstborn, something changes about you as a man. Did you feel that? Did you experience
yeah,
that?
I believe, and it's hard to explain what it might be.
Yeah,
But not to say that I didn't have a purpose, but it's you feel a bigger drive. You feel like a bigger purpose because even if you've had younger siblings, even if you've had friends, even if you've had a girlfriend or a spouse or a fiance,
yeah,
you've never been 100% responsible for someone else's well-being.
true.
Like as a parent,
That's your job.
this kid cannot do anything without you.
Yeah,
Because when they're kids, they're helpless.
yeah,
They need you to eat.
everything.
They need you to sleep.
Yeah,
They need you to when they go to the bathroom, they need you. When they poop, they pee, to change their diaper, they need you to comfort them for everything. They need you.
That's your job.
Like their entire existence revolves around you being there for them.
Yeah.
There's no other relationship in this world that someone's entire existence depends on you.
Yeah.
There's no other relationship in this world other than being a parent. So the things you found impossible, patience, dealing with like you would think like, when you don't have a kid, hii ni kitu siwezi fanya.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like I can't just stay up all night and then go do this and then not sleep and then cook for someone and then it's not something I can do. I don't have it in me.
Yeah.
But then if you don't do it, this person
Yeah.
won't continue.
Exactly.
Their life depends on you.
Yeah.
And you just do it and you do it out of love.
Yeah.
You become a different person.
Oh wow, that's beautiful, man.
Yeah.
So yo, all my guys out there, man, it's time for you to for you boys to become men, and you men become fathers. Yeah, man. I know, man, because matter of fact, I felt some type of way because when you did your wedding, I thought you was gonna invite me.
Yo, I think half of America thought I was going to invite them.
No, fuck America, man. Half of these people came to the picture after COVID.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They don't count.
Yeah.
We go back. So
Yep.
yeah, when I saw, I was like, I'm looking at new faces. I know they just got here right now. I've been in this journey for a while.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I didn't get no invite. I was
Yeah,
like,
man. No hard feelings, man. That invite list was just getting a little too overwhelming. I'm sure I forgot so many people. And I still hear that, like, going on almost a year later now, I still hear that from a lot of people.
because we was watching them joints, man. I
Yep.
was like, yo, are you kidding me? I didn't get nothing. But yeah, no problem, man. But I saw the wedding. That was dope, man. That was really,
Yeah,
really
we had a
dope,
good
man.
time.
Yeah, that was dope. I watched it. I was like, yo, my best part was when you was actually dancing. I was like, okay, because that's the time everybody freaks out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you got anxiety, like, you know what I mean? Just you sweating. I mean, I looked at you. I was like, yeah, he got it.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
you good.
It
You
was
good.
good.
You
It was a
good.
good time.
Yeah, it was a great time. I watched it. I was so happy for you, man. And congrats, man.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it.
And I know wife is doing really, really good
Yep.
right now, right?
She's doing well.
Dope, man. Any more any more projects coming up for you?
Well, right here in the right around the corner, we have Memorial Weekend coming up, which will be in Dallas Friday and Saturday. I'll be in Dallas Friday and Saturday, and then going to Houston on Sunday. So we'll do something in Houston Sunday night, and back to Raleigh after that.
Raleigh as usual, back home.
Yep.
Speaking of home, because of course I've seen you travel back home, like home as in Kenya, back
Yeah.
and forth a little bit.
Yeah.
Have you ever thought of opening a club or any investment in back home?
No,
Why not?
man, I don't know, man. I feel like if you're going to invest back home, you need to be there to manage it.
Manage
Otherwise,
it,
it'll
yeah.
be misappropriated in a big way. And I'm not in a position. Like I won't say I'm not in a position mentally. Like I don't want to move back home.
Okay.
I feel like I like going back home. I like being there for a month, 2 months,
You leave.
and I come back. You know what I mean? I've gotten so used to the systems in the US and how things work.
Yeah.
And how when you're trying to do a project or you're trying to open a business or you're trying to do whatever, you follow the process, you follow the
Yeah.
system, and it works.
It works.
You know?
Yeah.
You're going to do something, they say, fill out this form, pay this fee, and it'll happen.
Yeah.
Guess what? You fill out the form, you pay the damn fee, and it'll happen.
Yeah.
Bro, in Kenya, you can fill out the form, pay the fee, and then you start wondering
Is it gonna happen?
what's going to happen. You know, so some people like it like that, you know, but
Did you try?
I mean, I do business in Kenya.
Yeah.
I DJ there, I tour there,
Yeah.
and I think that's enough. You know, we've even gone to the extent of doing our own event over there, like planning everything, and I'll say it's a very humbling experience dealing with a big, like everyone you deal with is hiding
Something.
something. No one is completely upfront with you. And there are people I do business with here in the US, and we work in such a transparent way because everyone's goal is to improve and be better,
Yeah.
and the systems work.
Yeah.
Here, there are people you work with that understand I grow, you grow, we grow.
Yeah.
There, it's I grow, I grow, I grow. I don't care what happens to you. I'm going to use you as a stepping stone to grow until I no longer need you. And I feel like majority of the people you work with in Kenya have that mindset. And it's not because I'm not saying they're bad people.
Yeah.
I think it's just products of the environment.
True.
You know,
True.
the environment here allows you to build trust.
Yeah.
The environment in Kenya, full of corruption, no systems, nini,
Poor
starting
leadership,
from
yeah.
the top.
Yeah.
When the systems don't work from the top, how do you expect people at the bottom to function?
Can't.
You can't.
Yeah.
So I go to Kenya, I have my vacations, I do my job, I do my tours, I see my family, and I come back here where I can do business in a sane way.
Business legit.
Yes, business legit. So that's why I just don't feel like I would want to invest in Kenya at all.
At all. You know, I'm the one who's I'm opposed to what you're saying because I was really vouching for Kenya.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was also actually telling Kenyan people, go move back home, man. Like,
Yeah.
Why live over here? Like, because if you
And,
notice,
and that's okay. No, if you're going to move back home, then invest back home. If that's
Yeah.
your plan.
yeah,
And if you're in that mindset of you're going to move back home, more power to you. Move back home, do it. But I've already invested a lot in the US. I have a lot going on right here in where I am. So this is where my daughter was born here. My daughter is growing up here. I want to be part of her life as she goes to school, college, blah, 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 all that.
yeah,
So my plan is to stay here.
that makes
So
sense.
I'm going to invest here.
Yeah,
However, if your plan is to move back home, then invest back home. I know so many people building over there, man. You hear these things all the time.
yes,
I know someone right now who's building an apartment complex.
yeah,
Every 2 months, plumbing is stolen. While they're building, someone has gone in there and stolen all the toilets. Someone has gone in there and stolen all the cabinets. Someone has gone in there and stolen all the electrical wire. They buy new stuff. They install kidogo. If something else is stolen, their bags of cement, kidogo, they are stolen.
Damn.
So this building will eventually be there.
Yeah.
It'll be fine.
yeah.
But someone is living in the US. At 3 a.m, you get a phone call.
Something
Oh,
stole.
watu wa Majengo, we came over here. Construction workers showed up and there were no material. Someone came in the middle of the night and stole them.
Damn, yeah, that's hard.
You know?
Yeah, that's hard.
So security systems. Now there are benefits to Kenya.
Big benefits.
There are
yeah.
big benefits.
Big benefits.
You feel like sometimes you can really move a lot more freely in Kenya. Things can happen when you want them to happen. That like things that can't happen in the US.
Yeah,
If you just talk nicely to someone, you can make them happen if you have enough money,
yeah,
you know?
yeah,
But at the same time, I think I prefer the more organized lifestyle that
of
the
course,
US offers.
You can never beat that. You can never.
Once even
beat that.
traffic.
Yeah,
In the US, traffic is organized. Here is traffic. These are the lanes. You try and switch lanes. You go if you can.
leave it
Here.
alone. Yeah,
No one in the US will go on the pavement or on the grass when there's traffic. Nobody.
but again, that's the poor leadership.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? That's the poor leadership. Nobody's saying nothing about that. And to me, I feel like people like us, we at that age where we can talk about stuff like this and try to make them implement a better society for Kenyans as we move in the future. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because what most people do is just point fingers,
Yeah. They don't really do any action.
don't do anything. But we can point the fingers to ourselves and then implement something and make a change to our country. Because everything cannot be just the government. I mean, they just have as much as they can do. The rest gotta be us.
It does have to be us to some extent, yes. But I think in Kenya, it starts with the mindset. It starts with how your core thinking.
You know, if you, of course, you
But
do.
and the reason I say that, I feel like the government can't fix everything,
No, they can't.
but it has to start with them. they have to show some initiative to fix for that thought process to trickle down a little bit. But when the government itself is the biggest thief, and everyone feels like it's okay to steal.
True. But this is just my observation, right? If you look at Kenya as a society, most of the things they do, they generally copy America. They paying attention to what is happening over here. You know what I mean? So meaning we already over here. So it looks like we have the voice that they're looking for. Because everything's over here. Have you seen that new ID that just came out? Kenyan ID? What does it look like? American
Well,
shit.
yeah, they copy a lot of things from Europe, from US, from all those places.
They do, but America is the number one. Even right now as we speak, where's the president? Where's President Ruto right now?
Yeah, he's in Atlanta.
See?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Everything is America for them. Everything. I mean, there's all those little shit that they get from other places, but number one is is America. You know what I mean? Now, with that being said, we over here, so we have the voice. We can communicate to these people because they always want to listen to what's happening from this side. You know what I mean? So we can implement everything that we have over here to them on that part. You know what I mean? Secondly, I don't know if you ever watch Eric Omondi.
Yeah, I've seen some of his stuff.
If you watch Eric Omondi, he has this movement that he's still doing right now called the Sisi kwa Sisi. That shows you there's people ready to help. They have nothing to do with the government. And some of these people, but a bigger number of these people, they're from this side.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So people are ready to listen and to make a change if there's gonna be a leader or a voice that's gonna lead these people in a certain way.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And I feel like we could do that. We could do that.
More power to you, man. Go do it.
So you could do it. But see, even if I do it, okay, another thing, there's something called numbers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you support me, somebody support me.
No, and I
There's
agree.
other-
I agree.
support
But I
me.
think there has to be a specific person, like you said, Eric Omondi, right?
Yeah.
So earlier on, when I say my balance, there are time
Yeah.
wasters and
Yeah.
time managers.
Yeah.
You know?
True.
So just like that, in that balance, there are people who have the charm and the personality and the right intentions. And someone like that is needed, who has a passion
True.
and a vision to make something like that happen, and who has the ability to have people follow him or her
Yeah.
into whatever cause they have. Unfortunately, majority of the people, like cult leaders or even there are some pastors who are charming and have the ability to make people follow them, do it with the wrong intentions.
True.
We really need someone with.
Yeah.
So when I said more power to you, I really wish the best. I really wish the systems in Kenya can change, that the corruption can go away,
It can.
and that the economy can improve. And yes, it is up to us, our generation, to do it. Am I the guy? No. Is there gonna be a guy out there that I feel like is strong enough to do it? And if he is, I'm more than happy to provide my support and be one of the guys supporting that person.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I don't see myself being the guy leading a movement like that. You see what I'm saying? So when I say more power to you, more power to you. If you resonate with the public and you are genuine, then yes, I'm more than willing and able to support.
Yeah.
But someone has to be in that phase to be able to do it.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's true. But the reason I was saying that is because if you notice, it's just American thing. If you have a name, if you build a name, you get followers. So the bigger your name is, the more followers you have.
Yeah.
So that means you have a voice.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So if you have a voice, don't just use your voice for your own projects or your own profits.
I see your point.
Control these people to help the nation to bring a change. Because now you have the power, whether you know it or not.
That makes sense.
You got the numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Simple. That's all. I'm saying.
So what you're trying to say is, if you have people listening, if you have a following, then try and use your following to assist in the cause.
That's why you have a platform.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Makes
That's
sense.
Exactly what I'm saying. That's why you have a platform. Those people in Kenya, they like to watch what we're doing over here. So that gives us power. When you have power, you get the voice now. You lead these people. Unless now you have bad intentions, but technically you can lead these people to the promised land. You know what I mean? Because now you have the voice. They're following you. They're tuning in every day because they want to listen to what you're saying. They're watching you. That means you have something that they're looking for. Or at least they want to see. Why not use it? It's just Kenyans don't want to do it. I don't know why.
Oh, there'll be someone. There'll be someone out there that'll. Again, I think we go in our waves. Kenya has a lot of potential.
True.
You know, you'll see all these statistics about like the most advanced city in Africa. Like Kenya is in the top 5.
True.
You know, where you look at tourism or you look at the economic growth over the last so many years or whatever it might be, or the number of millionaires living in the city. There's all these different statistics you read, and Kenya happens to be, or even Nairobi for that matter, happens to be on these lists.
Yeah.
So for that to happen, something has to be going right. We have a lot of enterprises, a lot of industries that happen in Kenya. And despite the lack of the systems that I mentioned that are here, those industries and those businesses still function,
True.
right?
Yeah.
So my family has come from a family of business. Their business still functions. And they've adapted to that way of doing things.
Okay.
Is it the wrong way of doing things? Not necessarily. However,
But you know, sometimes you can do something wrong for so long, it feels like it's right,
exactly.
but it's still wrong.
Exactly. So I think that's kind of how Kenya has become now.
Yeah.
So in a way, there's a lot of beautiful things about our country. It's just a matter of tweaking. Honestly, if we were able to tweak a few things here and there, then it could be. It doesn't have to be the greatest, but it could be exponentially better.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I mean, I've heard people say, Kenya is like the New York of America.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that means, we do have that potential.
Oh,
in it,
Kenya has
you know what I mean?
a big potential,
Yeah.
a very big
You
potential.
have that potential. And I've seen so many African Americans going to travel to Kenya and they love it. Like they freaking love it. And I've noticed some people even buying land already.
Yeah.
Like I was like, whoa, this is different. Remember, these were the same people calling us monkeys and all those funny names. Now they're investing back home. That is super dope, man. But yeah, man. I love back home, man. I don't know when you going back next.
Maybe sometime this year. I was there in January,
January.
so that's like 4 months ago.
Shit, this is 2024, man. I went twice last year. I don't know. Maybe I might go. I might go in August this year. I don't know.
Yeah.
I might do it, man. What time you want to go this year again? Like December?
I'm not sure yet. Like when I went in January, I literally went. I decided to go 3 days before I left.
Why?
I just decided to go.
Just to chill? And
No, I ended up booking like 8 shows. I went for 2 weeks. I did my 8-9 shows and came back.
in and out.
Yeah.
I don't know. Me, when I go, there's that feeling that catches me. I just want to lay and chill and relax and enjoy the country. I'm touring around, going different places, meeting different people, try to help the few people I can help. There's just something touches me. I just feel like I'm home.
Yeah.
It's not the same like in America. When I come back, I don't feel it. It's like, all right, shit, man, I guess we're back.
Yeah.
That's it.
No, I hear you.
Yeah, but that way, oh my God, whew. As soon as I stop, man, when I'm at the immigration, I'll be telling that guy, I'm back. I know he'd be looking at me like, who the fuck is you?
What do you mean you're back? Are you Arnold Schwarzenegger? I'll be back.
I feel like you're supposed to know me, man. I'm back.
Yeah. So I might go back again sometime this year. Just depends. I'll see.
I don't know. If you're going back in August, maybe I might see you out there because I'm planning. I think I might do it in August this year. Probably, I don't know how long. A month, maybe. I don't know, man. Man, but yeah, we've been talking for a while, man. I think we probably should just end it somewhere over here, man.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Yeah, man. Thank you so much for coming through, man.
Absolutely. Yeah. Thanks for having me.
Do you want to plug in your
Yeah.
your
So
handles?
absolutely. For those of you watching, thank you very much for tuning in, and you can follow me on all platforms at Sistuki. Sistuki. That's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, which is now X, Snapchat, YouTube, everywhere. It's at Sistuki. On TikTok, it's at Sunny Sistuki. But yeah, my website's also www.sistuki.com. We do production, sound production, weddings, graduations, you name it, clubs, any event that needs any kind of entertainment, big sound, small sound, anything you guys need, we can cover it.
Dope. So when you do that stuff, it's just you, or you have a whole crew?
I have a team, yeah.
Oh, nice,
Yeah, I have a
nice,
team.
super dope, man.
Yeah.
Yo, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for having Sistuki with us today. Definitely go and support him. Like, yo, that's major, man. I didn't even know you do all that stuff, man.
Yep.
Whenever I have a next event, I'll probably be looking for you, man. That's super dope, man.
Yep.
But yo, thank you for coming through. Thank you for your time. So glad to see you after like 20, 30 years. I don't know, man.
Yeah, it hasn't been 20, 30 years. I'd say at least 10 or 11 years, maybe.
Man, that's
Yeah.
super long, man.
Yeah,
11
yeah.
years?
Yeah.
Yo, that's so long, man. But I appreciate you, man. And we're going to see you on the next one.
Sounds good. Thank you, bro.
Ooh, Nairobi City. Tunaleta action. Ooh, Nairobi City.
Shabarangs. Hotel Shabarangs on account. Please, if I leave my bag here, yo, Austin.
Ooh, Nairobi City. Tunaleta action. Ooh, Nairobi City.